All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G, and the Saints schedule has officially released for 2025. And I'm gonna go ahead on and get my super early, record predictions. This is before how we're gonna see Kellen Moore look. This is before how we're gonna see Tyler Shuck look. This is before we see what the defense could do. This is before we see how relatively healthy the team will be throughout the season. This is before all that. Just a super early prediction, We have three preseason games, of course, and we're playing the Chargers. That'll be a good matchup. We're playing the Jaguars, and we're playing the Broncos to close out the preseason finale, man. So, 3 games to get our feet wet. I'm definitely looking forward to the preseason games. I'm always looking forward to preseason games, but in no year of recent has the preseason been more enticing for me because you have Spencer Rattler, you have Tyler Shook, we had all 9 draft picks that we use, so it's a pretty lengthy draft that we're going to be able to evaluate. I'm looking forward to the season, man. I'm very looking forward to the season. Do I think we're going to have a good season? About to find out in this record prediction, but I do look forward to the season. When it comes to wins, I'm not really looking forward to see how many wins we could get. Because I think we are in a tree build. So I'll be judging what's his name, Kellen Moore, aka More Tutties, on how can he hold people accountable when things get tough. How will he react? Does he have a backbone? Can he adjust during games? During halftime or late in the fourth quarter, to make adjustments. I want to evaluate him off that. I'm not going to evaluate by how many wins he could get. Now, if we just have a ton of wins, then great. The more the merrier. But I'm not, I'm gonna give him a little bit of. I'm gonna cut him a little bit of slack this first year. Given the circumstances, because I think we have still a lot of holes on this team. I think as far as the wide receiver position, I don't think we just got that alpha number 1 dominant wide receiver. As far as the pass rush, we got to see what we're going to have, like Carl Granderson, Chase Young, Brian Brzee, Cam Joy. Like, I don't think we just got that number 1 dominant premier pass rusher. As far as the cornerbacks go, I don't think we just got that number 1 shutdown cornerback. Now, as far as safeties, I think we're going to be pretty good with safety. As far as linebackers, I think we're going to be pretty good. Defensive line and the inside, I think we got some pretty good depth along the defensive line to stop the run this year. So, offensive line, I think Calvin Banks was a good pickup. I think you add him to a roster with McCoy, Fuaga, Penning could be like a swing tackle, or you might kick him inside. I think we'll have a pretty decent offensive line this year. But with that being said, let me go ahead on and get into this prediction, man. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet for y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. This video, just a quick video, real quick. First game of the year, the home opener against the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona, they got Marvin Harrison Jr. over there. They have Kyler Murray over there. I think the Cardinals are one of them teams that they're not a bad team, but they're not a good team. They're just one of those teams that's kind of, mediocre. But given the fact that they have Kyler Murray, he's a veteran. I'm a Kyler Murray fan. I really like his game. I'm going to go ahead on and give them the victory, especially by us having the, it's going to either be Tyler Shuck or Spence Rattler, inexperienced quarterback starting week 1 in the game. That's going to be some jitters right there. So I'm going to go ahead on and give them the benefit of the doubt and give them the victory. Now that could work in our favor, because there's no film on Shuck yet. So they could work in our favor. So we might surprise some people. The San Francisco 49ers, this team right here been a pain in our ass for the past couple of years, bro. It's like we always have a tough matchup with these dudes. Even if we win, it's by the hair of our ass. And sometimes when they win, it's by the head of their ass. But it's always a tough matchup with these dudes. I'm gonna go ahead on and give them the victory. I think they're a more talented roster. I think their organization is ran very well. Um, I think as far as head coachings go, I think Shanahan right now is a better head coach than Motetti's. So it's gonna be a good test for us early on. Then we're going to Seattle. Remember that we're going to Seattle, home of the 12th man. That's going to be a hard game because we don't know if it's going to be raining or not. Inside that Hawk nest is either going to be Milroe or Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a pretty good year last year with the Vikings, but I think the Vikings roster is very much better than the Seahawks, so I doubt he had that same type of year. But nevertheless, I do think Seattle might win this game. They don't have DK Metcalf anymore, but I just think by them being at home, I'm gonna go ahead on and get that game to them. Then we play at Buffalo. Now the good thing about this, it's not going to be Buffalo in December, so it's not going to be as cold. But Josh Allen, that's still going to be tough to come out with a victory with, man. I'm gonna go ahead on and give them the win. So right now we 0-4. We 0-4. I gotta say 0-4. Then we play the Giants. The Giants will be coming to town. It'll be Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston. Will there be something to Jameis Winston somehow, some way starting that game if he's on the team? But it'll be Malik Neighbors. They have a lot of young, good talent on that team, man. But I'm gonna just go ahead on and get the Saints to win. Like if I'm gonna give the Saints a win against some teams on here, it's just going to be the lower level teams that I feel like are kind of at the bottom with us. So I'm going to go ahead on and give us the win. So right now we'll be 1-5. Then we play the Patriots. The Patriots, they still trying to figure themselves out. Still have Drake May. They still have, a very young roster. They still trying to, figure out what they're going to do. With a lot of their players, new coach right now. So I'm gonna go ahead on and give the Saints the win. If I'm gonna give a win for the Saints, it's got to be against certain teams, and that's gonna be one of them teams, man. The Patriots just fall in that bunch. Then we play the Chicago Bears in Chicago. That's gonna be a game that I hope we win, boy, because I want to bust Dennis Allen ass in that defense. But on a offense, they got Caleb Williams. On the offense, they do have a head coach, Ben Johnson. By this part of the season, Ben Johnson to kind of know where he at with his team. I'm gonna go ahead on and give them the win, man. I think it's gonna be a hard game for us to pull off, but I hope we win that game, bro. Because I just want to give Dennis Allen that L. Then we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna go ahead on and get the Bucs that game, bro. I think right now they have a better organization. I think they're a better team, and I think they're the best team in the division. They're the most consistent, most steady at quarterback. Like they don't have no mystery or nothing at quarterback. They already know what's going on, and they had a pretty good draft. Then we play the Rams. The Rams is always hard to beat for some reason for us, bro. I'm gonna go ahead on and get that win to the Rams. Sean McVay, hell of a coach. You got Matt Stafford, hell of a quarterback. You got Puka Nuka, hell of a playmaker. I just like what they're doing over there in LA, man. They got a good organization going on over there. Then we play the Panthers at the Panthers. I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the win. I'm gonna give us the win. Certain teams, bro, I'm just give it to the Saints, and the Panthers fall in that bunch. So right now I have us at 3 wins. Then we play the Falcons. Man, the Falcons right now, they trying to see how paid it's going to be. Drake London, he's stamped as far as a receiver. He pretty much did his thing last year. They still have Mooney. He's a pretty good receiver. They want to see if Kyle Pitts could finally blossom into the player that they selected. But I'm going to go ahead and give them the win, bro. Hopefully, their defense ain't get that much better, but they did take 2 pass rushers back to back in this last draft. So they're trying to bulk up on defense. I'm gonna just go ahead and give them the win, bro. We probably split with them though, but we'll see. Then we play the Dolphins. I don't know how Tua Tagovailoa gonna be, holding up at this point of the season. He seems like he get hurt every season. Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's going to be a part of that team. I don't even know if he's on a team right now. But the Dolphins, it's one of them teams who you just don't know what you're going to get with them, So it's a mixed bag, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them the win because they still got that good defense. The Buccaneers, I'm gonna give them the win. I think they'll sweep us. The Panthers, I don't know. We probably sweep the Panthers, man. We probably sweep the Panthers, but I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt and give them one win. Now we play the Jets. A lot of people got us beating the Jets. I don't know why they think the Jets so sweet. I think they made a good head coaching signing with Aaron Glenn. They got Justin Fields. This is going to be his last chance to see if he could prove that he's a starting quarterback in this league. At this point of the season, they should be at least clicking better than early on. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Jets to win, bro. Plus, they always have a pretty stout defense. Then we play the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward at the end of the season, we should already see what he's going to be, and they should be finding themselves, already found themselves at the end of the season. But I'm going to go ahead on and give us the win. That'll be a game I'm definitely looking forward to. And then we close out the game. We close out the season with Atlanta. I don't know. Atlanta probably have a wild card spot at this point of the season, so they probably be fighting for seeding rights. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs, so we probably going to want to try to ruin their chances. So that could be a toss-up, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to Atlanta. So as of now, I got the Saints with 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. I got us with 4 wins, but I think we could easily have 5. We probably could sweep the Panthers, or we probably could split with Atlanta to get 5. But as of now, I got us beating the Giants, the Patriots. I got us beating the Panthers. I got us beating the Titans. So that's 4 wins. We could easily sweep the Panthers and get us 5, and we could easily split with Atlanta, and that'll give us 5. But I gotta say 4 wins. We make a push of 5. I think max will be 6 wins from the schedule that I'm looking at right now, as of now. Again, this is before we see how relatively healthy we're going to be. This is before we see what we really got in Tyler Shough or Spencer Rattler. This is before we see what we got with more tutties. This is before we see what we got with Staley, the new defensive coordinator, or any other additions that we may have. We may get a Ramsey. We may get a Keenan Allen. We may get a what's the cornerback from the Jets name? His name's slipping me right now. Asante Samuel Jr. Like, we may get some of these players, and they might can swing a game or 2. But as of now, I got us with the Saints with 4 wins, man. And to me, it's not that bad, like, because we know we still kept our first round pick. We know we still got recouped that money for Derek Carr. So next year in free agency, we'll have more wiggle room to sign free agents. And on top of that, next year is about to be a plethora of quarterbacks coming out in the draft. So I think it's a win-win situation for us. Either Tyler Shough gonna hit, and if he do, great. If not, then we just sacrifice the 40th overall pick, and then we most likely gonna have our guy of the future. Will it be Arch Manning? I don't know. Will it be any one of these other quarterbacks? I don't know. But we should have a pretty high, draft spot. And then last year was real crazy because it was a lot of teams with bad records last year, but it was so bunched up. Like, that was like, I don't see that repeating itself again. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I got us the Saints with 4, maybe 5 wins, 6 wins at best. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Am I tripping? Am I pretty accurate? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Until next time, man, who dat? I'm out.